Hi everyone, my name is Cilia from Yin Yang Yen, and today I have a flow for you that will end with a crow. So if you cannot do the crow pose, don't worry, I will guide you through it, and it's just a warming up for the crow. We will do it step by step. We will be working on our abs, our rectus abdominis, our deeper core muscles, the transverse abdominals, and of course we need to have open wrists, open hips, and work on our arms and shoulders. We will need a block and maybe a cushion or a bolster. So when you're ready, just come lie down and start with happy baby. So we hold on to the outside of our feet and then opening up the right leg, maybe sway from left to right. Already opening up the hips here. And then we open up the left leg to open the left hip. Notice your body. How do you feel today? Maybe it's different from yesterday. And then just bring the legs to the side, having the arms between the knees. And just swaying here. Waking up that body, more awareness to the body. And slowly let go of your happy baby. And then from here, we're going to start with a crow, but then lying down, so supine crow pose. Having the feet as they are, so the knees are pointing out, toes, so the big toes touch, and pushing the knees really out here. Having the hands in front of you, reaching up to the sky, and then try to engage your core a lot, and then placing the knee into your armpits as far as you can. So like push, 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 hold it here, push, 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 reaching up, looking to your hands, and then slowly let go. I'm going to do that 2 more times. So you already have the feeling of how it is to do the crow, but then lying down. So prepare yourself, knees outwards, big toes touch, the fingers are spreading wide, and then bring them to the sky, and then engaging the core again underneath your armpits, holding it here. Look forward, look up, bring the engagement of the core even deeper for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Holding on your knees, hugging from left to right. And 1 more time. So reach up, and then engage the core, holding it here, crunching it in even more. Chin is tucked in slightly. Bring the hips even closer to the toes. Bring the knees even deeper into the armpits for 3, 2, and 1. Well done. This was just warming up. And then hold on the backside of your knees. We're going to roll up to a seated crow. So bring the legs up, and then you have a little bit more speed. And when you come to seated, see if you can find that crow position again. And then hold a little balance challenge. And then we do that a couple of times. So roll back and forth. And then bringing the, come into crow pose again. Hold it here. And we roll back. And hold. Balance. 2 more times. Roll back. And hold. 1 more time. Roll back. And hold. And now it's time to engage the core even more, to engage the abdominal muscles. So bring the fingers forward. And then bring the arms and the legs out. And then crunch it in back into your crow pose. So arms and legs out and bring it in. 3 more times. Bring it out and in. Hold it there. 2 more times. And back. 1 more time. Extend legs and arms and back into crow. Really good. We're going to roll 1 more time and then come into our yogi squat. So hold on to the backside of your knees, roll backwards and find your yogi squat. So in yogi squat, we use the elbows to open up the hips and bring the knees out. Maybe if you cannot do it, don't worry, you can have a block underneath your heels and widen your stance, and then really push the elbows out from here. You can sway from left to right. Exhale to bring that right hand next to you, opening up with that left arm up, look up. Stay here for 2 more breaths. Exhale back to squat, and then opening up that left arm to the side, opening up on an inhale with the right arm. 2 breaths again. Exhale to come back to yogi squat. Come into your tabletop position. So the elbows are underneath the shoulders and the knees are underneath the hips. From here, you flip your hands like this, really pointing and spreading the fingers wide. And we come into our cat-cow. So inhale to drop the belly, look up, and on an exhale, you round your spine and bring the weight to the back. You already feel that your wrists are opening here. And on an inhale, you drop the belly again, look up. Do a couple in your own pace. And to make it a bit easier, you can bring the knees slightly more forward. So you can bring the hips slightly more to the back. Also option to curl up the toes and come back. And then find your cat-cow. But just move with the breath here. One more time, inhale. And exhale, bringing the hips down. And curl your toes and just hold it here. You can even lift the wrist slightly up, whatever feels good. You can move from left to right. And you probably feel the stretch all in your forearms. And notice the difference between left and right. And then slowly come out of the pose and release for a bit. Circling the wrist. And now we do a similar kind of exercise, but then we lift up the knees. A little bit more of engagement of the body. So flip the hands again. Remember to spread the fingers wide. Really find your tabletop position now. Curl the toes. Exhale first, and on an inhale you lift the toes up. Belly button is in, and we hold it here and move and rock from forward and backwards. If this is too much, don't worry, just lower the knees down or don't go too much backwards. Slowly, slowly release the knees and release the wrist. To protect the wrist, we spread the fingers even wider and really push into your fingers. It helps to have all the weight into your wrist, but more into the fingers. Really push the palm of your hand into the floor as well. We do that one more time. Maybe you already feel the difference. So come into tabletop, flip the hands. Exhale to prepare. And inhale to lift the knees, belly button in, pushing the hands into the floor. And then moving forward, slightly backwards. And just do this in your own pace. Really pushing the fingers into the floor, even the palms. And then slowly, slowly bring the knees down. How did this feel? And from here, we're going to spice it up. But before we get into our plank, I wanted to explain how protraction works. So protracting our shoulder blades means that we push our shoulder blades away from each other. So if this is the floor, you push the shoulder blades away from each other. So retraction is bringing the shoulder blades down. And when you push your hands into the floor, you push the shoulder blades away. So we're going to try this into our plank. So spreading the fingers wide, come into your plank. If you cannot do the plank too long, you can always do this in tabletop. And then from here, you push the shoulder blades away from each other, so protracting, and then see if you can come in retraction. So lower, bringing the shoulder blades together. And then push away, protract, hold it here, and then retract. One more time, push, protract, and retract. And then lower down the knees. So to work on this protraction, we work on stabilizing our shoulders. Find your plank again. Really protract again. On an inhale, you bring the right knee to your right elbow. Right there. Hold it here. Push even higher. And from here, we bring the right foot on the outside of our right hand. We call this the lizard pose, and then you can really hang into this lizard pose, really feel the opening here in the hips. You can always bring the knee down if that feels nice. Opening up that right knee to the side, maybe look backwards. Slowly come back to center, bringing the right hand back to your left side of your foot, and we come into our side angle. So opening up that left foot to the side, you root down your left foot, your hand is pushing into your right leg, and then you open up with the left hand. You look up, and we stay here for a couple of breaths. So the arm is really pushed to the right leg. Your right knee is still above the ankle. So your knee is not coming inwards. We tend to bring it inwards, so we're opening up the hip a little bit more. One more breath. And on an exhale, you bring that left hand down. Inhale to bring that right knee back into your elbow and back to plank. Always option to drop the knees. Inhale to bring the weight forward, and exhale to really lower down slowly, and find your upward facing dog. Inhale to come into your down dog. So bring the chest down, hips are facing up. You can bend the legs a little bit to keep that hip lifted. Belly button is engaged. Inhale to come onto your toes and into your plank. Exhale. Inhale to bring that left knee against that armpit as far as you can. We hold it here. And we exhale, we bring it on the outside of our hand. Lizard pose. Bring the hips down. Always option to bring that knee down. Notice left and right, the difference. And then we bring that right foot out onto the floor, opening up into our side angle. Have a little smile on your face. Really pushing that hand open into the leg again. Couple of breaths here. And you know what's coming. After this, we have a little vinyasa. And almost there to be prepared for your crow pose. So inhale here. And exhale, bring the right hand back. Inhale to come back into your knee against your armpit. Back to plank. Inhale to bring the weight forward. And exhale to slowly lower down. And find your upward facing dog. And come into your down dog again. And then slowly bring the knees down. And then get ready for the crow pose. So bring a block for our feet. And have a bolster or a cushion in front of you. That's just for the idea that when you fall down, you have something to fall on. We're not going to use it, but we're going to stand onto the block. So for crow pose, as I told before, spreading the fingers wide is very important. Pushing to the fingertips and engaging that core. So using that block gives you a little bit of elevation to bring that knee a little bit more onto, deeper into your armpit. So prevent doing this, but keeping the elbows, the inside of the elbows facing forward, so the elbows are not falling out to the side. So spreading the fingers wide, I would say bring it a little bit forward, so you'll have a little bit more space. The hands are shoulder width apart. You'll gaze forward over the cushion. When you're ready, you come onto your toes, bringing the elbows in. And from here, just bring the weight forward and backwards. And do this a couple of times, where they feel how the weight is distributing more forwards and backwards. Really try to feel safe and gain some trust with being in that pose already. Feeling the weight of your body, moving forward and backwards. And then slowly come down. Release a little bit. We're going to do that again, but then we're lifting one foot and then alternating legs. So when you're ready, fingers spread wide, shoulder width apart, keeping the knees into your shoulder, into your armpits, and bring the weight forward. Slowly lifting the right leg up and down. Left leg. Do a couple of more. And look forward. Gaze to the cushion. And whenever you're ready, calm down again. How was that? So now we're going to do it for real. Whenever you're ready, really try to keep the elbows in so you're not falling outwards. It's okay if you fall down. I have done that more often. So third step, come on, you can do this. Spreading the fingers wide, keeping the weight forward, and then slowly lift one leg up, other leg up, and hold it here. Maybe you fell out, don't worry, just smile as you can do, and slowly come down. And when you're ready, we're going to try without the block, and maybe without the cushion. So stand onto your toes, bring the knees underneath the armpits, spreading the fingers, you already know what to do, and then you lift up. And from here, bring the weight forward, look forward, lifting one leg up and the other. Hold it there. Straightening the arms as much as you can. And then slowly come down. Well done, everyone. If you want to do it one more time, you can do so. And hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me. If you have any feedback, please let me know. Hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.